So hey there guys, I've just watched episode 22 of Vinland Saga. The reaction is in the description, links are there, go watch it and go back here if you want to listen to the discussion. And the discussion starts right now. And what can I say? As I've said in the end of the episode, yes, I was wrong. Askeladd won the duel, and it was not even a duel, it was just like a one-sided beating of Thorfinn by Askeladd. And I would not say that I'm disappointed. I was just expecting that because I explained it many times. I'm not going to spend your time again. And they found a way. They found a way to for Thorfinn to lose the duel and not be like seriously wounded until the end of the season. And as I've said, if Askeladd's dying, it brings new interesting issues for the story to deal with, right? Because he was this central character that kind of connects a lot. And if he's been like killed in an instant, that kind of makes everything really weird and difficult. But he survived, and it also brought quite a lot of interesting things into the story and into the possibilities in the future. So the main thing we had in this episode is his backstory. And again, I'm not denying that Askeladd is an interesting character with rich backstory. It's just it still doesn't make me feel bad for the man, because he lived a difficult life, and his father being a dick and almost killing his mother, and his mother being ill and like mentally ill. I wonder what's the illness she had, because I don't think they said what was the issue with her. But I mean, that's not that important. And you can understand, you can relate to that yes, a little boy living in Ashen, what's his name, because he was like with Ash, working with Ash, so his name was brought from that, from his job, basically. And you can relate for him being in a difficult situation, just like with Thorfinn, right? You see him now as this angry, grumpy, very, very sharp guy who's not a nice person. We saw that on many occasions. He's not nice with girls, he's not nice with boys, he's not nice with Thorkel, mighty Thorkel himself, he's not nice with anyone. There is not a single person he's nice with. Even Leif, Thorfinn was just like a few moments of being calm, and then he went crazy again. So we can understand why he became like that, right? He, because of all of the story with his father dying, and what happened after that, him surviving in the forest. I still remember that. It was not a fun time, but it was his life, it was his destiny, and that kind of resembles Askeladd. But Thorfinn, he was not killing innocent people. I don't remember him killing innocent people. He was used in operations, in battle operations, when he was fighting with other armed men. And he was with a gang that was doing terrible things, but I don't remember him doing terrible things. So even though he's pretty not nice person, he is still not a bad person. While Askeladd is an interesting case. Yes, he has this dream. I mean, he had his personal reasons, just like with Thorfinn, but he also has his personal dream that his mother brought to him the whole dream of making world better, basically, with the king Arthur saving everyone and all that. And this grand dream, he's moving towards it. But while he was moving towards it, he uses the dirtiest fucking tricks ever, making a gang and robbing and killing villages and women and all that. You know that all. So I still cannot say that they're the same. They're very different, Askeladd and Thorfinn. And Thorfinn may learn from Askeladd to be smarter. But I don't know if Thorfinn really needs it, because there are guys like Thorkel who's gonna be just willing to fight in a fair fight. And there are guys like Askeladd who can fight in a fair fight, yes, but they will happily use any dirty tricks and kill a sleeping man in his bed with the woman he was sleeping, and then frame it to his brother that he was fucking smiling and being nice for quite a few years, That's the type of person. This not a good person will not do that. So I kind of forgot what I started it with. It's just, yes, Askeladd is an interesting character with a rich backstory, but this does not make me feel bad for him. Because of whatever I have said, right? Thorfinn is a much more relatable character. He doesn't have that big dreams yet, even though he thinks about Vinland. But he's not rotten. He's trying to do... he's a warrior in his soul. He's trying to be like his father. And yeah, it's just... Askeladd was trying to give Thorfinn a lesson, and I don't think there was a lot of what he said was a good lesson. It was a lesson for sure, but I don't think Thorfinn gonna listen to him. Who knows? Maybe in the future, because you wanna live, you have to adapt. In some cases, being stubborn will not help you in your life. And some obstacles are just... you just cannot go past them in a fair way. So that was the lesson that Thorfinn should learn, because that may help him in life. But I still support his way of the warrior, way of the samurai. And I still root for him. I still hope he's gonna win against Askeladd at some point. But seems like it's not gonna happen. Probably not in this season or in the very, very last episode of the season. Though I kinda doubt it's gonna happen now. But who knows, maybe I'm gonna be wrong. It's just, yeah. Stuff happens unpredictably sometimes. And so basically, yeah, there's basically not much to discuss, because I kind of went through all Askeladd's backstory. We started with the duel, and Thorkel was right. He placed his bet on Askeladd. And yeah, Askeladd, even without a knife, completely lost. But Thorfinn, sometimes you look at him and you think like, damn, this boy is badass. But sometimes he just transforms back into a boy, like a little boy who cannot do anything, who's scared. And I can understand that in a way, because even though he has a lot of hatred towards Askeladd, he definitely has a lot of inner respect as a warrior to warrior, because he knows how capable this man is, and he's afraid of Askeladd. I am sure he's afraid of Askeladd. He's not afraid of Thorkel, he's afraid of Askeladd, because the guy was beating him constantly and being smart ass after that, and he's using Thorkel in any way. he wants to. So yeah, and that's also part of the story, that Thorkell is constantly used while Askeladd was constantly using others. They're like an absolutely different sides of the coin. Very different. Seems like the coin is the same, but sides are completely different. And Thorkell's way of doing stuff is not very successful. He's been used. And yeah, at some point I was kind of afraid that Askeladd may kill the boy, and I even thought the prince saved him, but no, that was Askeladd. And Askeladd, I mean, why Askeladd haven't killed Thorfinn? I mean, this is Askeladd. You don't exactly know why. But one of the reasons is definitely that Thorfinn is a very good guy that can be used in Askeladd's plans. So losing him now, even though he's weak against Askeladd, he's still strong against anything else. So Askeladd not killing him, it's not like, I don't think it was because just, oh, poor boy, not gonna kill poor boy because I'm good Askeladd. No, it's gonna be like, I'm gonna be using you more, boy, because I'm Askeladd. I need you yet, still, to be here, because there are missions, I mean, yeah. And Thorfinn is good at missions. So yeah, we then see the story of Askeladd telling us that here's the daddy with some poor guy's head, and yeah, Vikings do Vikings things. That his father had a lot of women, and poor mother of Askeladd, she's looking so young. So yeah, he told the story many times about 500 years prior, and Artorias, and the land of freedom. Then his mother went crazy, and there was a fight with Olaf, between Askeladd and Olaf. And I might tell you that Askeladd was just gifted. He was just like Thorfinn, full of anger and emotions. He went into the fight that somehow happened. He was somehow successful. And then he decided, I'm gonna hide in the plain sight, and I'm gonna do my thing, and I'm gonna avenge my mother. While Thorfinn, he was not capable to fight. He was learning from the very beginning. He was not able to do anything against Askeladd. I remember their first duel, like Thorfinn couldn't do anything, even though he practiced before that with rabbits and wolves. So Askeladd was already gifted. Thorfinn is not. Thorfinn is learning. That's also a detail. And yeah, then Askeladd befriended all the family, lived with them for quite a few years. Became his son, like, legitimate. You know, they accepted him. And then Askeladd killed the father and the poor girl that he was having sex with. Classic Askeladd. But the way the scene was done, it was good. I mean, we had switches from beautiful scenery back to the winter, from young Askeladd to the old Askeladd, and this is a violent story, not about good and evil. This is a story about, like, those damn times that almost everything was evil in one way or another. I understand that. It's just, I wish to see some good. As a person who lives in a modern world, that breaks my heart seeing all the women dying. So yeah, Askeladd told the story, grabbed his best friend, Bjorn, and took him away. While Thorfinn was screaming hysterically. Because again, he lose again. And to have another duel, he have to earn it again. Or, Thorfinn, you just can sneak and kill the fucker. Like Askeladd did with his father. Though Askeladd, before that, he befriended his father. While Askeladd will not fall for that trick. He's not gonna keep Thorfinn that close. I mean, that could be a cool story. If we have like, I know, 5 seasons, I mean, it's gonna be super duper long story, but it's gonna be an interesting story. So like for 5 seasons, Thorfinn's gonna say like, you know what, Askeladd, you're the man, you're the boss. I kind of like you, and they're gonna be there in all the fights, in all the like good situations, laughs, and like fishing together, something like hundreds of episodes. And then the last episode of season 5, Thorkel kills him in the back and like, I did all of this just to avenge my father. Gotcha, bitch. Yeah, that would have been a crazy story. It's just if the author's able to fill the story with something interesting and all that, like this long as plot detail would have been cool. I mean, it would have been definitely super predictable, but it still would have paid off a lot for all of the viewers, because they're fucking waiting. They're like, yay, someday this is gonna happen. So I don't know where the story is gonna move on. We basically only have 2 episodes, 23 and 24. I don't even know what's the final confrontation's gonna be. What can we do in 2 episodes? I mean, we can do battle with someone like King, what's his name, Swain. And that's it. I wonder if this season gonna have like a solid ending, like something like boom, yeah, that feels like an end of the season, or is it gonna be like, and now we're gonna start doing stuff and like watching the next season. So I hope it's gonna be the first case of like solid ending of something, like of some plot arc actually ending in a satisfying way, at least in a fitting way. But I mean, in a satisfying way, because fitting and satisfying is basically the same. You may not be happy, but you may be satisfied with the ending. It's like with Attack on Titan. I don't know what's the ending. I know that a lot of people are like having different opinions on it, and I completely understand it. And I don't know what the hell it's gonna be. I just want it to be fitting and satisfying, right? I don't really care who dies, who lives. I just want it to be satisfying and fitting for the story. And we'll see. But I mean, that's not the place to speak about it here. So that's it. This is like very short discussion, sorry, but I mean, this is a self-sustaining episode itself. There's nothing much to discuss. I just gave some of the opinions. And I mean, some discussions have to be short, right? Because, first of all, not many people really actually watch them. But if you're here and if you watch the thing, thanks a lot. I'm gonna see you in the next episode. I'm gonna try to bring it faster than the previous ones, than this one, because, yeah, time issues sometimes happen. Thanks again. See you later. Bye-bye.